This is Junior. Today in this video I'm going to do a little bit of venting, bitching, whatever you call it. I'm going to be talking about why these free Forex signal groups on Telegram or Facebook are like a bad idea, right? So I wouldn't have made this video if I wasn't so annoyed with these things that keep popping up on my screen, okay? So it all started out when I'm a Forex and binary affiliate and introducing broker, so to speak. You know that, right? And so in the beginning, with one of the brokers that I actually signed up to promote, they asked me to join an affiliate Telegram group. And one of the affiliates in this Telegram group, or maybe a few of them, okay, just basically pulled me and probably everyone else into some binary signals group and probably a few other binary and Forex signals groups. And this one's been coming up a lot in my Telegram feed, and it's annoying because of like the number of notifications. I muted them, but when I looked in to check, it just keeps upping up my screen because I pin in Telegram. You can pin 5 threads to the top, but this one keeps coming up as my 6th, and it's so annoying. So I look at it and I get signals like that. I took some screenshots. The way they do it is just so illegit. Okay, because as affiliates, especially with the European regulated brokers, there is a code of ethics that we abide by, and basically we're for binary, for the longest time, I haven't actually been showing like trade history or like account balance or withdrawals, because these are actually against what we as affiliates are doing. It kind of, the reasons for that is that, from the regulation authorities, they don't want us to be kind of giving people an idea of how much they should be trading, because that is kind of like, we should not be making people risk more money than they plan to in the first place. Okay, so ethically wrong. But let's just have a look at what they're doing. So it's just a pattern of behavior, and I very lazily did some censoring of the name in Photoshop. So if you know what it is, good for you. If you don't know what it is, I'm just going to talk about this in general. Okay. So there's a very general modus operandi. They kind of like put a screenshot, show some results, make you wow at the balance, and then it says like sell now. Like this is the thing, this is a stop loss, this is take profit, sure shot, can trade for big lot. Alright. Now let's see what actually happened. This is what happened. And this, I actually was in a buy position. I was in the buy position. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. It went up all the way to the top. But I feel bad for people who got stopped out, right? I feel bad for people who got stopped out, who went in on big lots. What's the point? Because if someone is in a Forex affiliate, I understand that they want volume. They want the big lot volume. They want them to clock those round trades as fast as possible. But and they show people, they're leading by example by showing how they do like 1 lot, 0.5 lot, 2 lot trades and all that. But what's the point if people get wiped out? If the people depart today, get wiped out tomorrow, you only get a one-time turnover their account. What's the point, right? So for me, the way I do it is very different. I want people to grow their accounts, because the more people grow their accounts, the more people can trade, and they can trade bigger incrementally over time. It's a win-win situation. I don't want to just make a one-time with someone's account. I want to make several times, several hundreds of times with someone's account, but at the same time supporting them to grow their accounts. This just makes sense as a Forex a broker introducer, broker affiliate, right? Now I want to show you the other example. This one is another one. Well, I'm not sure what happened to the balance. Maybe they got stopped out, they're just not showing it. Or they may withdraw, I don't know. But anyway, you get the idea. You see the big lot trades, and so look at this. Euro Aussie, sell at this price. Sell the big lot, guaranteed profit before midnight. It's a sell limit. Okay. Now we're going to have a look at what happened. This is the Euro Aussie H1 chart, and the sell limit I think was triggered at 1.5890. Let's have a look. at 90 is actually hereabouts, and the price now is, here it's like 30 pips away from the stop loss. I don't really like sell limits so much, because when we're not there to take it, I mean, unless it's a really, really crucial level, I personally don't. I personally like, I do take them sometimes, but not with large amounts, especially not big lots. I want to make sure that the level is there, the level is safe, and then I go in. So, I mean, it's just suicide. You're being counter trend on a huge uptrend. What is the point? Um, like, for me, I'm actually waiting. I'm actually waiting for this level, which happens to be at the stop loss, right? So somewhere where the stop loss is going to be, I'm probably going to be going in for that trade. I mean, so this is what the people in the Forex learning group are taught to train this way. But at the end of the day, I wanna come back and talk about signals in general. Like, when you have, let's say when there are signals, I prefer to give people like a case study to tell people how to, why I'm taking this trade. Is it because it's a breakout? What are the things I looked at? If it's going to be a reversal, what are the factors I look? What are the kind of levels I'm looking at? How did I arrive at this trade? Where did I deduce my stop loss, my take profit? Okay, so personally, inside of the the Forex learning group, and I'm going to be censoring this part of it. I'm going to be showing Telegram. Okay, I don't have to censor it because it's all here. Okay, so for example, this is these are like setups. I kind of like post the levels I'm looking at. I have videos like this as well. So this is one example of a video. I just kind of post, where I edit, what kind of ways that I'm defining my trend, my stop loss, my take profit, my dynamic stop loss, trailing stop, etc. Okay, so this is how I do it, and this way I think it's the proper way to teach people signals. I mean, like, sorry, not signals, but Forex and how to trade. Okay, I do this in binary, I do this in Forex as well. I think this is the way to do it. At the end of the day, like I said, being totally upfront and straightforward, I'm an introducing broker. I'm a affiliate for both Forex and binary. And at the end of the day, because in this day and age, all the brokers, they don't want to pay advance. Okay, let me give you a clarification. Back in the day, brokers paid an introduction fee. So regardless of whether this guy trades like 10 times a day or 10 times a month, the referrer still gets a fixed amount of money. It can be quite a fat check sometimes. But over time, you see brokers going bust, brokers going bankrupt. So brokers these days, they don't do that anymore. Brokers instead prefer to pay based on volume. And a lot of affiliates are dying out because they're like, oh shit, what am I going to do? I can't get people to trade, or let's say like I can't get people do volume unless they come in and do all these kind of shitty signals like that, where you say like, oh, do big lots, do big lots now. Make people say, go really big. It's like, this is just garbage. It's not the way to do it. And like the right way to do it, I believe the way to do it is that I want to support people as much as they can, give them all the tools they need. By the way, in case you didn't know, like this is, for example, I have just handed out a form, a Google form in my group, and this form, I'm actually handing out a trade management EA. Okay, this is a trade management EA. This is not a fully automatic EA. It's a trade management EA. It's going to help you exit your trades based on the methods that I teach in the class. So like this is one of the learning tools. I give people like the various support tools, like indicators, methods. I explain everything properly. I explain different methods of trading, and there's a group where I always post like case studies, answer questions, so on and so forth. All right. So I think that's the proper way to do it. And let's say if you like this vibe, and if you think that, okay, well, that makes sense. All right. I'd rather support I'd rather go with someone I want to support someone who supports me. All right. Support Binary Lab by opening a Forex learning group. So by opening a Forex account through Binary Lab, and that gives you access to a Forex learning group where I can actually teach you to get more to get more account growth. All right, that actually benefits both of us. Win-win situation. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Yes, I scratch your back, you scratch my back, and then you basically it is my long-term goal that you go from 3 figures to 4 figures, or even from 3 figures, 5 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures. It's in my goal. It's in my best interest that you do well. All right. Good trading, and bye for now. Check the video description on how to join, and I'll see you inside.